Hi, I'm Sheilaa Hite, world-class astrologer, tarot master, medium, spellcaster, and all-around magical being. And I'm here to talk about the astrological transits of the coming week. So, let us begin. The first thing I noticed about this week is we're going to need ankle weights. And ankle weights help you to balance yourself. They help you to stay grounded. Now, I know that athletes might see ankle weights, might see the necessity to use them in different ways. I understand and accept those ways. I also understand and accept grounding, balancing, very important, especially this week. Why? Because we start the week off with the planet Neptune, the planet of spirituality, the planet of creativity, the planet of illusion, the planet of deception, the planet of fog. Sometimes Neptune is great because it's faith. Sometimes Neptune is not so great because it's spinning a yarn that doesn't exist. We see Neptune, the planet of Neptune, in opposition to the sun, to the bright light of the life force planet, to the bright light of what is. Well, if Neptune is the fog, and it is opposition, opposing the sun, the light of life, there's going to be an issue that's got to be resolved in order for us to move ahead clearly. And you can't really move ahead clearly on a road when there is fog shrouding you, shrouding the environment, plain old shrouding. So when you have opposition of anything, it means it's some sort of an agreement needs to be made between the two opposing parties in order to be able to move forward. So the question is, what do they want? What does the sun want? And what does Neptune want? Well, Neptune wants to be acknowledged for its feelings. Neptune needs and wants you to know that it's there, whether you can provide actual proof or not, it's there. Trust your feelings. And even if you're not sure you can trust your feelings, go within and center yourself. The sun wants attention. The sun wants the bright light of life shining. So shine your light on your feelings this week, especially whatever your feelings are telling you that you don't have actual proof for. Because what you have is a knowing. Trust your knowing. This is not a good week to sign anything. If you have to sign something, get 2 or 3 or 4 different lawyers' opinions before you do. This is a good week to say, and see what happens. The ankle weights will come in handy because you're not letting your emotions, the emotion of Neptune, plus the passion of the sun, you're not letting them lead you astray. They're great if you want to get in and create, if you want to sing beautiful songs, especially spiritual songs, fabulous, especially for Neptune. If you want to create, if you want to produce a movie, great because Neptune rules movies. If you want to draw the most astounding painting or drawing ever and then paint it and you want it to become a masterpiece, it already is. It's a masterpiece, at least in your own mind. Remember, the sun, the life force, also creativity, also ego, and Neptune, creativity, what the soul wants, and illusion. They're all involved. You can have a party in your own mind. You just have to make sure you know it's in your own mind. Again, that's where the ankle weights will be helpful. They'll keep you grounded. It is a great time for learning to trust faith, and it's also a great time for learning to listen. Listen to divinity, listen to spirit, and listen without needing to take action. Just listen. The next aspect we deal with is on Tuesday. Tuesday is a great day for a couple of reasons. Tuesday, the planet Mars, the planet of how we take action, leaves the sign of Virgo, calm, analytical Virgo, and enters its own sign. And when I say its own sign, I don't mean it rules this particular sign. I mean it operates well in this sign. It enters the sign of Libra. So Mars in Libra, the actions you take and the way you take action will be based on balance. A lot of people are afraid of Mars in Libra because Libra can be wishy-washy, like a set of scales, not quite know what is so. But all you have to do is remember that it's not the ends of the scales that are important. It's the fulcrum. It's the center point. Because if you balance your intentions and your actions on the stability of the center point, you're always going to make the right moves, the right choices. So, among other things you have to be aware of is this is a good time for causes. It's a great time to promote other people. It's a great time to promote what is right and what should be right in our world. It's a great time to support. Do you need to donate money somewhere? Fine. Libra, which is ruled by Venus, Venus is one of the rulers of money. Do you feel that it would be a good idea to put a part of yourself to commit in some way to making the world a better place? Then it doesn't have to be some grand project. You can say, I am going to spend time at a women's shelter, or I'm going to spend time at a hospital volunteering. You want to volunteer in a place where even the little steps are important. What little bit you can bring to the table is a lot. It depends on perspective. When you have Mars in Libra, you're also dealing with perspective. It's not, Mars is usually, let's just go for it 100%. No, Mars in Libra is let's just weigh things out. Let's balance it. Let's see what's going on. So this is a great time to remain objective as much as you can. Mars is very passionate and not known for being objective. And Libra tries to be objective, but sometimes errs on the side of not making a decision at all. Be objective, step outside your feelings about whatever it is that's going on, and make a decision. And then Mars, operate from that decision. And you'll really like the results. The other thing that will be happening on Tuesday, well, we've already talked about that's the Sun opposition Neptune. It's Friday. Friday, Venus, the planet Venus, the planet of love, the planet of relationships, the planet of women, the planet of creativity, the planet of healing, and the planet of money. Venus goes square, that is, creates an abrasive aspect to two planets. We've got Saturn, the planet of reality and what is, and we've got Uranus, the planet of, wow, that was a surprise. So when Venus is doing anything with Uranus, there's a tendency to be attracted to or be a magnet for interesting, which is another word for different, which is another word for weird people and circumstances. This is a time when you need to be careful. Remember ankle weights. You need to be careful about who and what you get involved with. You need to say, yes, it seems like a good idea, but will I think that tomorrow? This seems like a good idea, but do I want to be paying for this? It's kind of like what they're asking you is, do you want to pay for this outright, or do you want to spend months or years paying this and the interest charged when you make a credit card purchase? That kind of thing. Pay outright, yes, it's a lump sum, and what they're asking you to pay outright is to stop and think about this. To think about what this is, whatever it is you're considering, and what this can cost. Do you want results, or do you want consequences? Results, look at what's happened because of what I did. Consequences, oh, look at what's happened because of what I did. Both of those are the outcome of your actions. However, it depends what the quality of your life, Venus rules that, by the way, the quality of your life will be determined by the action you take. Do you go for the front or the first thing that comes up for you, the big rush, that Uranian rush? Or do you say, even though it's Uranian, I need to slow things down, make sure my ankle weights are on securely, and walk one foot in front of the other through this? Not as exciting, but definitely not as messy to clean up. when Venus is square Saturn, it's a great thing, but boy, does it poke holes in the balloon of every romantic. Because there it is, the thing I've always wanted, or there that person is, the type of person, that's it, that's my dream. Saturn comes along and says, that's not really going to be a profitable dream. Saturn says, you need to take a look at this. You need to take the emotion and the passion out of this. Walk around it. Is it really your dream? Is it really enough? Is it really what you asked for? So Saturn says, yes, I have feelings about this too, but I'm not letting those feelings sway me. Venus says, I have feelings about this. That's enough for me. So you really do need to understand that when they're squaring, one of them needs to lead. Will it be Saturn with its dull, down-to-earth matter-of-factness that does not get you into trouble and doesn't cost you extra? Or will it be Venus, which I wanted, I don't care what it costs. So when you have Venus square Saturn, you have I feel, Venus, versus what I know, Saturn. You have what I want, Venus, versus what is good for me, Saturn. Venus and Saturn, one is the letter of the law and one is the spirit of the law. Now, Venus is, this is a nice person. I understand they didn't mean to do anybody harm when they did what they did. We're going to let you slide this time. That's the spirit of the law. We understand how it works, but we understand the situation you were in. The letter of the law is Saturn. No matter how we felt about it, no matter how we feel about you and what you did or why you did it, you still did it. So here is the bill. This is a time when you really have to balance, again, do I want to pay for this down the line over and over and over again? Or do I want to deal with this now in such a way that there is no further payment and I get what I came to get? And I get it in a way that honors myself and honors what I'm doing here, therefore honors my intention for being and my intention for being here. So it doesn't mean none of what's happening this week means you can't have your fun. It means you need to be aware of your groundedness and you need to be aware of the cost. And you need to ask yourself, is this a cost? Is this a bill I am willing to pay? And if you are willing to pay it, you can have the best time ever. If you are not willing to pay it and you do it anyway, you are not going to have a good time after the initial rush. But if you are willing to pay it and you do it anyway, you will have a good time after the initial rush because the memory of that good time will help you as you do the work you need to do in order to pay for that particular good time and rush. So remember, ankle weights, feet on the ground, stay balanced, and make the best decision for yourself, the best choice for yourself that won't involve you having to pay again and again and again over the long term. So have a great time and appreciate the fact that next week we'll talk about the coming new full moon and you can start preparing your moon water then. We'll talk more about moon water too next week. Bye.